All right.
I was waiting.
We've been waiting for that.
It was coiled and ready. All right.
I've been holding on to that one.
All right.
A few weeks on the simmer. It is extra time, as you can tell from the standard greeting.
I should hope so.
We've got Shaka and Stevie here in studio. We got Jules and Gab waiting in the wings. And we also have this question. Why, from Jim, why is Mariner wearing his jockeys? Oh, okay.
Oh.
This is a picture. I think this used to be a part of the old like ESPNFC digital set.
Yeah, I remember that.
Everybody looks to be, you know, in their peak, in their prime.
TV showing a little leg, extra leg himself.
Stevie's not showing any leg compared to Paul.
Well, no.
Well,
did he roll up his shorts here? Was it one of them where he rolled his shorts up?
it could be. He might have rolled them up at the side.
Nobody made shorts them shorts.
I'll tell you what.
Well,
back in the
no
80s,
no sports teams made shorts that short.
that was the 80s.
I'm sure you could find them in other establishments.
They were short shorts, weren't they?
They were very short shorts.
I took that picture to put out with our extra time tweet, kind of soliciting questions. And a lot of people took note of it. Hans wants to know, or makes the comment, Nicol looks fierce. And in that picture, Stevie, that's an intense look you're giving somebody, or the ball, or
I
something.
took the game serious.
Yeah?
That's
You know what I mean?
that's you taking the game seriously there?
They shall not pass and all that, and give the ball to a teammate. That was the 2 rules.
Okay.
Very, very serious.
That's serious, Stevie.
Let's ask Gab. Gab, what do you think of the images that are coming across your screen there on the glow point?
Well, all right. So I've been in that digital studio and I've sat there with our colleague Alexis and sort of looked up at the Mariner package many times. So I've kind of become immune to that. I did notice a theme with Stevie though, is that he rarely, like pictures of him rarely look flattering, because if you look in that one, sort of his arms all like kind of at an angle like that. And even, you know, recently I was at the Football Writers Awards dinner where they give an award to the Footballer of the Year every year. It's a really prestigious award. Obviously, Mohamed Salah won it last year. Raheem Sterling won it this year. Well, Stevie, of course, won it way back, I think, in 1988 or around there. And everybody's got they've got the pictures of all the winners up on the wall. And some of the older guys, you know, they've got like the posed picture with like sort of the gel in the hair. Others have like action pics, like, you know, Alan Shearer shooting on goal, whatever. With Stevie, they show the most unflattering picture where it looks as if like the ball has just bounced off him. Like there's not even and I'm just thinking like, man, Stevie, the guy played like 300, 400, 500. I don't even know how many games. Surely they could have found a better picture. I don't know if is it that you don't photograph well? Is that it?
Do you know what, Gab? It's amazing because you remember the Panini stickers? The Panini sticker that they've got of me, I'm like that. I've got my tongue hanging out. I'm like, there must have been a picture where it didn't look like that. I can't explain it.
Hang on. Wait, I have an explanation here. Now, for those who might not know this, and you really should, because you would have read Stevie's book, Stevie, of course, played on a great Liverpool side with legends like Kenny Dalglish and Graham Souness and Alan Hansen. Now, I'm told by some other members of that side that because Stevie was Scottish like them, still is, but perhaps a little bit younger, sometimes you were the butt of jokes. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Is it possible that Alan Hansen was so powerful that he got through to the people at Panini and every single photographer in England and said, please, only use rubbish photos of Nicol?
Well, I will say that Mr. Alan Hansen, Esquire, could talk anybody into anything. Put it that way. He certainly talked me into a lot of things that I shouldn't have done.
Like taking bad photos?
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right.
We have seen the picture, and Gab's right. It's not very flattering.
No, the tongue's out. I mean, it's frightening.
A monument like this certainly could have been captured better, I think.
Hey, at least we pictures up there, Gab.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true.
All right, let's move on here. Bill wants to know, if Manchester City's reserves were their own team, where would they finish in the Premier League table. So we probably need an 11 on this. Have we cooked one up there somewhere in the back? I think we do. Okay, so here's a reserve starting 11 for City. How do we think they'd end up in the Premier League? Stevie, what do you think?
Well, they'd certainly lose plenty of goals. I mean, Stones and Otamendi are not particularly great defensively.
Top 4?
No.
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 That's a pretty good team.
No, it's not. As an 11, I don't think that's a great team.
Well,
I think any number of those players come in to the current City 11 and there's not a whole lot of drop-off. You can make that argument. But as an 11, I don't think that's a good team.
Top 6?
Again, no.
Top 10?
Top 10.
Top 10 if they get a couple of refereeing decisions their way.
Wow. Jules, what do you think of that? Where would the City reserves end up in a hypothetical Prem?
Yeah, top 10, I think that's probably fair and probably doable, I think. Let's not forget that Pep, I assume Pep will be the manager as well. Can he manage both the first team and the reserve team? And I think Pep, even with a reserve team like that, could do a pretty good job.
This is a good point. All right, next question. Glenn wants to know, does Stevie get nervous watching games now as a fan? Did he as a player? As a fan, yeah, we've all.
As a fan, yeah. I'm the same as everybody else.
I'd say you're more.
Yeah.
Watching Liverpool
nervous
games
isn't the term I'd use. Nervous is not the term I would use.
Yeah, enraged.
I get angry.
You do. At other people.
Very quickly. Yeah. I go from 0 to 100 just to snap my finger. But then I go back just as quickly.
Sure.
I think photos of him playing are unflattering. You should see some photos of him watching Liverpool play.
When I played, I was absolutely not nervous.
No.
No.
Never.
No. As soon as the whistle blows, that's it. The nerves are just gone. As a coach, though,
as a coach, it's hard.
Coach had to be hard.
Yeah, coach had to be hard.
As a fan watching, I get.
Let me get Jules in on the next one. Kartik wants to know, Jules, who are you supporting in the upcoming ICC World Cup? I guess that's cricket?
Yeah, that's cricket. That's a great question. I think England have the best squad of the competition. I think they have their best squad they've ever had in an ICC World Cup before, and they're on home soil as well. So everything is there for England to win it. However, they could also bottle it, as we saw against the West Indies, and Shaka will probably still remember that game, that incredible final where Ben Stokes just bottled the last over bowling. So I think if England don't mess up, they should win it. If they do mess up, then I think it's quite open behind them.
Yeah, have any thoughts on the ICC World Cup 2019 edition?
The only ICC in my life is the one Charlie Stilitano runs.
Okay.
Which is also broadcast on this network.
All righty.
Great.
Yeah. West Indies are going to win it. Don't bother to tune in because the West Indies are going to win.
Actually, we have the rights in the Caribbean, so you should definitely, don't we?
We're going to win.
Tune in. We should not tell people not to tune in.
If you're West Indian, tune in because we're going to win. That's how we do it.
Let's not discourage people from watching the network.
I'm just telling you what's going to happen.
Stevie, is Steve Clarke a good appointment for Scotland?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, the truth is that there weren't many people who were even interested in this job with any sort of CV or reputation. The fact is that right now, Steve Clarke's the best man for the job. And he also really, really wants it. And so, yeah, I think this is a great appointment. You know, and the one thing Steve Clarke will have over a foreign manager, or a foreign manager that maybe even be interested in this, he will know absolutely every Scottish player available in both Scotland and England with one phone call. You know, his CV of coaching in particular has covered the whole of the leagues in England and in Scotland. So he will know every single detail about every single player. And plus the fact, the guy's a great coach. So this is a great appointment.
I thought it was guaranteed that Steve Nicol would be Scotland and New England Revolution manager at the same time.
I know.
Well, I couldn't make
I'm glad he's here.
A dual appointment.
I saw that Rev
let's be
job
honest,
come
it's the only way they could afford him. It's the only way either, could afford him, that they combine the salary. But I thought it was a done deal.
Yeah.
All right, so our final question is kind of down the same line, but for Shaka. Chuck, if you could be any reptile that
Why
isn't
did you
extinct,
look at me?
which one would
Why did you look at me? You looked
And
straight at
why?
me. I thought, oh, there's another one coming here.
Wait,
and then you
wait.
told me it was for Shaka.
Because it was kind of down the same line.
Why did you not look at him?
I was getting to Shaka. It was a transition.
Oh,
So
goodness.
start with you, end in Shaka. Hosting 101.
I'm
I'll
worried
get you
about
there,
this
don't worry.
question now.
All right, so I have to repeat the question. If you could be any reptile, non-extinct, which one would you choose and why?
Reptile.
Okay. That's right, reptile.
A reptile. Frogs?
Non-extinct.
Frogs reptiles?
Frogs are. I'm not a scientist, but I'm gonna think, yeah, that seems reasonable. Yeah.
I'd like to be one of them colorful, poisonous frogs.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Why?
So I could poison people.
That seems dark. A dark turn to end extra time.
Well, let's be honest.
Are we on the Animal Channel as well now?
We gotta take questions.
mean,
This is what the people want to know about us.
All right.
I'll be honest. It's not something I give a whole lot of thought to during the course of my life. If I was going to be one reptile, this is
Right.
what I'm going to be.
Right.
It's called a love guards.
Oh, sorry. I'm being told now frogs are not even reptiles. So this apparently is not the Discovery Channel because we don't know the difference.
So what's reptiles? What's
I don't know.
a reptile?
Let's ask a man of a scholar.
crocodile.
The
crocodile's
only
a reptile.
academician on
Crocodile
this
can't be a
panel.
reptile.
Why
Even I
not?
know
A
that.
gecko. A gecko, I'm told, is a reptile.
Well, now we have a list of one reptile.
Okay, so Gab seems like he would know a reptile. Oh, crocodile's a reptile.
I just told you that.
Okay.
Not one of you took any notice here.
You know how I know if you're listening?
Eh?
Sebi,
Gab, what do you got? You a
Out of all
reptile
of
fan
us-
or what?
no, but Sebi, out of all of us, who do you think is most likely to spend hours watching Animal Planet?
Oh,
of
this is
all
a
of us here
great
on Extra Time.
question. Of the
The
four,
man who knows that a crocodile is a reptile,
Yeah.
and
Right.
so is a Komodo dragon, which is far cooler.
You're
It's a good
Gab.
point.
You're actually spot on, Gab.
right.
I
A
do.
salamander. I'm going to go for salamander.
salamander. Any why there, or are you just naming things that you think are reptiles?
It's cool. It's cool, salamanders.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if there'll be any salamander or gecko talk on
Now
tomorrow's
I'm going to
show.
go home
I
and
can't really
watch
guarantee
the
you.
Discovery Channel.
Ian Dark will be here. I'm sure he watches a lot of Animal Planet.
Animal Planet and all that.
7 days of reptile talk. ESPNFC.
Whew.